Hey, it's me. The path we walk is never straight. It moves in spirals. You've probably felt this before. Each turn of the spiral brings you back around, but not to the same place. You arrive at a deeper level, a deeper layer, and with each new entrance, there's a call to recommit, to stop hiding, to face what is real inside you, and to give more of yourself to what is true. Sometimes you don't know what part of you is being called up. You just feel unsettled. Life feels cloudy or like it's closing in on you. You hit what looks like a crisis. And yet, those very moments are doorways. They ask you to pause, to search, to discover the peace that is waiting to be seen. When you finally recognize it, the fog clears. The struggle makes sense. You see how it fits into the larger picture of your life. That's the test. And passing it is not about perfection. It's about seeing clearly, letting go of what no longer serves, and stepping into the next round of the spiral. On the surface level of life, it can all feel random. Things happen that don't seem to connect. Sometimes you get what you want, sometimes you don't. Even in times when you feel happy, there's often a shadow of fear underneath. Fear it won't last, fear it can be taken. When happiness feels like chance, there's no real safety in it. But deeper in the spiral, you begin to notice something else. You see meaning in the small events of your life. You sense connections you couldn't see before. Even during hard times, even when things contract or grow dark, you can feel that there's purpose in it. That brings a different kind of security. You no longer live at the mercy of chance. You live in relationship with something larger. So in this message, I want to talk about contraction. We usually think of expansion as good and contraction as bad. That's a misunderstanding. Both are part of the same movement of life. Both are needed. In the beginning stages of growth, expansion and contraction can both feel painful. Later on, expansion feels positive and contraction negative. And eventually, the spiral turns again. Expansion can take on destructive forms and contraction can be deeply positive. The more we grow, the more we see that both can serve us. Think about expansion when it's healthy. It's reaching out, sharing yourself, creating, giving, connecting. It takes courage and energy. It breaks down walls. It makes life feel larger. Expansion can also be distorted. It can become pushy, forceful, even hostile. And instead of bringing connection, it creates more separation. Contraction too has two sides. Negative contraction is what we know too well. Shrinking back in fear, cutting ourselves off, locking down instead of opening. It's like trying to stay safe by refusing to move. Positive contraction is different. It's a gathering in. It's pulling back so what has expanded can be absorbed. It's digestion, integration. It's going inward to connect with your own depths so that something new can ripen. Then, when the time is right, expansion comes again. Life is always this back and forth, like waves. One movement isn't better than the other. They feed each other. Expansion carries out into the world what contraction has gathered. Contraction brings inward what expansion has reached for. And in between the two, there's always a pause, a quiet resting point. That pause isn't stagnation, it's ripening. It's the space in which the next movement prepares itself. The trouble is, most of us label contraction as bad and expansion as good. And that judgment cuts us off from the truth of the process. If you believe contraction is wrong, you'll only experience the painful side of it. You'll resist it, fight it, and in doing so, you'll actually create the very negative contraction you fear. But if you let yourself feel into it, contraction becomes something else entirely. A gathering of strength, a time of ripening, the preparation for what comes next. There are times when different parts of you are in different movements. One part may be expanding while another contracts. It may feel confusing, even contradictory. But as your awareness grows, you start to sense both happening at once. And instead of resisting, you see the beauty in it. You see that harmony is built on these opposites moving together. So maybe the question isn't, how do I get rid of contraction? But rather, how can I listen for what this contraction is asking of me? Where is it helping me ripen, strengthen, prepare? How is it shaping the ground for my next expansion? Life moves this way. Expansion, contraction, pause. Outward, inward, rest. It's the music everything is playing. And when you stop fighting it, when you trust that even what looks dark is part of the spiral, you discover a deeper safety. Not the kind that comes from clinging to happiness, the kind that comes from knowing you can meet whatever comes. That every tunnel has light at the end. That even what looks like setback is the blessing of another turn of the spiral, waiting to open. Love you. Connect soon.